Hey guys, welcome back to Post Family Pilgrimage. On this episode, we're installing remote start on the Tundra. All right, so this is the kit right here, the Start X remote starter kit, specifically for a 2010 to 17 Tundra. Ours is a 2013, comes taped right here. I have opened the box just to see what's in here. Here we go. We actually will not even be needing that right there because I guess I'm not a professional. Here is the wiring box, the computer to it all, zip ties, all the different cables. This is going to be for a ground wire. Look at that. There's an extra tool there. Ooh, I like this one. A little thicker than my old one here. Anyways, let's get after it. This even came with a sticker here to throw up underneath the hood. Attach this label under the hood. I will actually do that just so that anytime someone is working on my truck, if ever it's not me in the future, then they will see that there as well and know what's going on there. All right, so we're gonna dive right in. Look here, watch the YouTube video for that right there. So that's going to be pretty much the simplicity of this right here, guys. You can scan that and it'll take you right into their video, and I'll just kind of walk you through it as well. Okay, so we're going to need a Phillips flathead 10 mil and our stuff here, and that's all we need. Okay, so to start this off, you're going to take your tool right here. You pop this one off, this box right here, just directly in here, just like that. It's that simple. Okay, next one is going to be your trim piece here. I'll go ahead though, take the floor mat out. Just gonna lay that there in the yard. Now I'm gonna come here, work this up. Hear it popping like that. That's what you want. There we go. I can stay like that. Here we go. Pieces off, and this one right here, there is a screw. As you saw this right here, I had it mounted in there, and so that's where that will stay. That's another project. It's right here. You just untwist. There we go. It's a little plastic screw there, and then you're gonna pop that off. There we go. Set that off there. Now we're going to have two screws for this piece right here. The first one, as you can see right there, the second one right there, both 10 mil. Okay, so I have removed the 10 millimeter screws, and then you're just going to slightly tug, nothing too hard. There we go. Nothing too crazy. There we go. And you're just going to let that lay right there. And now I'm going to take the steering wheel and turn it. So I'm going to have to get the key, turn it slightly so that I can then remove two of the Phillips head screws on each side of the steering wheel to get behind this plastic piece right here. Y'all, sorry about this time of day and the daylight, the sun hitting us just right here. Okay, guys, so what you're going to need to do now is turn to just the accelerate mode for you so that you can turn your steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and start it. There we go. So now you're going to remove that screw. Okay, I got that one out. Now I'm going to turn the steering wheel this way, right there, so I can access that this way. I'll hold it right there. So I like the longer screwdriver Phillips for this one right here. There we go. Pop that out of there, and I can turn the car off. Now we will be able to pop that trim off right there. Come back on this side, pop it off right here. There we go. And work this out of here. There we go. Have that trim piece off. Now we are ready to get after this. All right, guys. So at this point, it probably looks like you're making a pretty good mess. And if that's the case, then I would say, hey, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Okay, so let's come in here. What we're gonna need next is this one, and it's gonna have the one with the wire. It's the only other separate piece from the bigger collection of wires, and it's going to have this ground, which we will put right here in just a minute. But first, we're gonna work on these two pieces. So let me climb back in here. So what this does is it connects right here to to this box right there. So what we have to do is disconnect here, and I'll have to use a flat head to pinch that one down right there. Oh, maybe not. But that's the one we have to disconnect, and then we have to use this right here. So let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. There's that. So we'll now connect that to our harness right here. Get this. So you can see this will connect right into this. Just like that. Then we will connect what we did have connected here. We will now connect this one to that. Just like that. You heard it click, so you know it's in there. Now, we have all this extra wiring, so we have a huge space right in there. So we're just going to push all of this up in there. Keep going with it, keep going with it. Get to this, because this is going to be seated right down here in just a minute. But first, we need to connect our ground wire. I apologize for moving the phone so much, but we need to connect that ground wire. And so that ground wire is going to connect right there for us to that 10 millimeter bolt. So I'm going to back that 10 mil bolt off right there. Oh, that was going forward. There we go. You say, man, so difficult, but you do it one-handed. I'm just kidding. Okay, we'll set the computer aside right there for now. And then what we're gonna need here on this next piece, this is the only other one. It's all attached, as you can see here. And so what we're going to be working with these next couple of minutes is going to be this guy. All right, guys, so next up is the BCM top and bottom right here. And that is going to go right there, top. And then we're actually gonna move this one right here as well. So let's get these two. So you just pop that one out right there. And then we're gonna bypass it, just like we did a second ago with this guy right here, and then plug that into the wall right there. So that'll go in, like that. And connect this one to this guy. Okay, so the top one is now done. Now I need to come down here to that guy right there. it is. Okay, got this guy. Now, the one that has a super thin white cord, that's what we're gonna be connecting this guy right here to. Right there. And again, it's just a matter of plug and plug. Okay, sorry guys, couldn't do that two-handed, so, or one-handed. Needed both. So got that one connected, and then this plugs in right there. Like that. Then, back out of here. Okay guys, so we got wires running up in here like this. We are going to, in just a moment, shove these up that way, right up into that pocket right in there. See that right in there? But before then, we will need to run this through. This is our OBD2 sensor, okay? So we're gonna run this through that spot right there and then down so that we can come in right there. And now this is your OBD2 right there, right? Just like normal, just mounted right there. And we're gonna, sorry about that, drop the phone. We're going to have to pop this in. Oh, I even did it just like that. See that? You gotta push that in and up on both sides. Super easy, y'all, okay? In and up, there we go. And get that out of the way. Perfect, so that we can override this right here. Then we will connect our harness into this. That will go into that. And then this will push through just like that one was. Okay guys, so I slid those around all of that, and then I'm gonna connect this guy, and then again, this will go right up into that bracket. Voila, simply that easy, y'all. Super, super easy. I will come back and zip tie all of this up. Very professional here in a little bit, get all that out of the way, but that's what it looks like so guys, far. So all you should have left is this TPMS connector right here, all these extra cords, and then these guys right here. So I'm gonna leave those there for now. I'm gonna feed this through back behind everything here, right in through there, and out to the other side, and you'll see that in just a minute. Now under here, what we're gonna do is, you'll see, I've already popped one off, but we just need to pop these 4 little clips out so that we can access the TPMS side over here, all right? So we got that one down, come over here. And I'm gonna pop that out of there just like I did that one. There we go, get my fingernail. I'll use the flathead. Okay guys, I got it. So I wanna show you something. Here's what I did. Kind of a secret here. Pull back your carpet just a little bit, and then you're gonna put your hand back here behind your carpet, and that's where you're gonna push this through. I'm gonna come on to the other side. So I didn't connect this, I just pushed it back up and ran my wires back up underneath here and right there. So you see I went behind the tire well, right in there, and I'll stuff all this back up in here in just a minute after I've done the computer module, which is next. But for right now, for this TPMS, what we have to do is we have to go behind that right there. So let me get at a different angle here and show you what's going on. Get this out of the way. All right, you'll see, let the camera adjust just a second. This gray box right there. Oh, it's not doing a good job. There it is. See the gray box? Where my finger's pointing right there? Disconnect that. You don't want to mess with the yellow because that's your airbag. The gray box right there. Here's the blue fuse connected to this. The gray box right there. That's the one you want. And you're gonna switch it to this right here like we've done all the Okay, so that's connected. Now you can see the wire. I'm gonna zip tie that up in just a little bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna test everything. I'm gonna finish out the computer. Okay guys, so now we gotta program the computer. So what we want to do is we wanna actually hold down this black button right there. We wanna hold that down as we install this. So I'm going to multitask here by laying this down for just a second. Keeping that held down while I plug that in. There we go. Okay, it's still filming, so that way you can see they're kind of running through all these colors, blue, yellow, red, and what I want to do is as soon as it goes right there, I want to let go, okay? So that's what you want, that you want that blue and red both shining at the same time. And now we can take our other wires, which are right here. And if you notice, I made this pocket, kept that pocket clean right there so I can push them all up in there. So your red's gonna go to your red, your white to your white, and your smaller one here on the back. So let's do that real quick. Okay guys, so I got all the wires connected, red, white, white right there on the back, and you see it's still the red and blue. So now what you want to do is you want to click this twice, once, twice, and then turn your key. You'll see that go red. Wait for it to go blue. Okay guys, so as you saw, that didn't work for me. So I disconnected this right here and then turned the key. So I now have the key turned back and see how now it's flashing blue. That tells me this should be complete. So I'm now going to remove the key. I'm going to close the doors and I'm going to try to triple click and lock things to see if now it works. Oh gosh. Okay guys, try this again. So I'm gonna click, click, click. There she goes. Just like it's supposed to. Heck yeah. That's it. Okay, so I want to be fully transparent. As you saw, it didn't work for me at first. Oops. That's going to take a bit to get used to too, is all the different clicking buttons and things of that nature to first get that initial entering back into the vehicle after remote start. I've got some other things to just kind of learn from this new feature. I also have to go back in now and tuck all this stuff up in there and connect everything. But what I will say is make sure you follow that cycle right here properly. I didn't. And so as you saw on the first time, the first take, it just kept going. It's not good on your starter at all. This is why you dial this in. So I unplugged the white box. I'm going to show you. So I unplugged all of these and the white box again, held the button and plugged this in at the same time. You watch for, again, very specifically, hold that down and you're going to watch for that blue and red at the same time. It'll cycle through and you just wait until you have the blue and red, and then you attach all the other attachments here. And then you hold this button down twice. That's what I failed to do, guys. So you touch the button twice and it'll flash at you, and then you start it, you turn the key to the on position. And once this quits blinking the blue and red and goes just to the blue, you know that you are set, okay? And so that's exactly what it did for me, and now I am good to go. As you saw, I tested it all and I packed it all. Now I need to pack it all back in, and we're good to go. I've got remote start. Okay guys, so all that's done, cleaned back up. You can see there, popped all back in. We just gotta do the same on the other side. Did one zip tie up there. I'm gonna run over here and do the same thing, get it all put back together. Okay guys, then it's just a reverse project from here. Zip tied all that up and put it right there in that pocket. Now I've got to get this back on and go back and forth with the steering wheel. The key to reassembling this is making sure your steering wheel lever is down and out of the way. And I just gummed mine all up with junk and grease from not having it out of the way. But you have to have that there so that you can push this together. Okay guys, I've started the truck, so got that one in. Now I'll get this one in and we'll be be back where we started with that. Now we get those guys back in, right there. And right there. Okay guys, zip tied everything up out of the way. As you can see, zip tie, and I'm gonna clip the ends of those. And now I'm gonna piece the plastics back together and we're done. All right guys, this is gonna wrap this one up. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video of the installment of the remote start for the Toyota Tundra 2007 to 2021. If you have any questions, drop those in the comment section and we will answer those as quickly as possible. Do us a huge favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.